Considering all the innovative ways drug smugglers use to transport drugs, they've got to be among the most creative individuals. A Nigerian man recently made headlines when he was caught carrying cocaine, valued at nearly $150,000 in a roasted chicken. Traveling from Sao Paulo, he was caught at the airport in Lagos, Nigeria. The suspect was surprised that the authorities were able to find the drugs. He noted it took him 3 days to pack inside the chicken, and further said that he wanted to move back, settle in Nigeria, and be with his family.
Good day, viewers all over the world. It's a pleasure hosting you back again. Once upon a time, the continent of Africa never knew what was drugs. Cocaine, heroin, LSD, Mali, cannabis, ecstasy, methamphetamine was a stranger in the dictionary of the continent of Africa and its people. But in the new dispensation of civilization, cocaine, heroin, LSD, Mali, ecstasy, cannabis is part of our lives. The African citizens have taken so deeply into this drug that kills a lot of people. We have a lot of job to do. There's no two ways to it. The government are not helping the issue. I see this as a personal opinion that I will put in perspective, like the government of the sovereign countries from the African continent. They just want, a mass destruction of their own citizens. What should I say? Things are not going well. 7 million African nationals are in the prisons of the world. UNODC, Mr. Da Costa said this, and I quote him: "We are scattered abroad. in all nook and crannies of the prisons of the world, the African nationals are just everywhere. They have taken to this disease called drugs. Cocaine, heroin, LSD, cannabis, ecstasy are the biggest weapons of mass destruction, killing the continent. Arrivals is the only medium documentary film that could remedy the situation, because we are poised in telling the truth the way it is. We want to visit 16 countries of the world to show in the African nationals and basically Nigerians that has 1 million plus people in the prisons of the world. We don't need no tribal jingoism to this pressing problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the dice has been casted. We have a lot of job to do. Many homes of these so-called drug dealers, they are in total disarray. The family cohesion unit is broken. They are displaced because many African nationals are in the jails, and 90% are predominantly men from the African continent.
Emmanuel Okonkwo and Remigius Agabaha are being held after they were found in possession of drugs worth at least 10 million shillings. The suspected drug traffickers have been placed under observation after they were arrested at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi earlier today. Police said the Nigerians had travelled from Brazil, had a stopover in Dubai and were en route to Lagos. By this afternoon, the two had emitted 47 pellets of substance that police believe to be cocaine. According to police, they emitted 711.4 grams of cocaine worth 2.8 million shillings and 659.4 grams worth 2.6 million shillings respectively. Each pellet is valued at about 250,000 shillings. Police said they will continue observing the Nigerians for 2 working days to see whether they will produce more pellets, which will then be produced in court as exhibits. Meanwhile, the men deny the charges made against them.
I can tell you a lot about this drug endemic problem that the African nationals from the African continent are facing. Their unbelievable greed takes them to swallowing this, putting it in condoms. They swallow the drugs. They put it in their private parts. The women folk are involved too. They put it into their private parts, into their vagina. They put it in their hair. They put it in at the back of the cell phones. They put it in sardine. They seal it. They swallow it. They put it through their anus. These people, they don't understand the word dignity no more. Many have died in this process. It busted in their tummy. Because these are psychotropical substances that the body metabolism cannot really take for more than 11 minutes. And they are going to be traveling on 6 hours, 8 hours journey. We have a serious situation at hand. Look at the psychiatric hospitals. They're filled up all over the world. Look at the mortuaries. They bury them. They barbecue them in Asian countries. From Thailand to Philippines, from Philippines to Guam. Many youths, they've turned themselves to becoming couriers. All because of almighty 10,000 US dollars. All because of almighty 20,000 US dollars. All because of almighty 5,000 euros. They offer themselves to becoming couriers, traffickers, peddlers, bringing shame to their sovereign nations and to the continent of Africa. We have a bigger job to do. Your support saves a lot of souls. I thank my little kid brother, Tunde Duro Ladipo, who is the manager of our Heaven Arrivals Nigerian chapter. That boy is fantastic. He is a blessing to my soul. He said, we will do this against all odds, and we are going to do this. I thank God when Igbe come from Hong Kong, China. He's been praying and saying, we will do this. A lot of other people from Ghana, Kwanzaa, Mahmoud Abbas, Joy from Kenya, Vuzi from South Africa. All wonderful warriors. They are coming on board, supporting us to educating and saving millions of souls. That drugs is not the answer. Thou shalt not do drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, thou shalt not do drugs. Do something. Don't just watch the clip. Support the clip. You can even support by praying for the project. The response that we've been getting is fantastic. On Facebook page that says Africans say no to drugs. Please click like. Facebook page Africans say no to drugs. Please click like button. And keep on subscribing to the channel www.youtube.com/Prince Abiola 1. We thank everybody that has been wonderful. All the people that has been saying like we will not have headway. We thank you too because you've motivated us. Your motivation is the best thing, is the catalyst that brings us up and that steers us up every day that we are doing this, and we will do it. I promise you. We thank Larry from Spire, a wonderful guy too, working with us. We thank Gibson Olajiga, working with us on this project. And we thank Supple Magazine, Mr. Hope Obiora for the blogging. And we thank Mrs. Obata Dodo from Ireland. You have seen Scarface from that starred Al Pacino, a film by Oliver Stone. It's basically the best drug film you've ever seen. A man that came as a refugee from Cuba during the revolution, working menial job, and because he's witty, Al Pacino was Tony Montana. From nothing, he became the boss, the capo di tutti of drugs. And at the end of the day, he died. He died in a very, very gruesome fashion. Just to tell you that, don't do drugs. Stay away from drugs. Cocaine will kill you. Heroin will take your life. Don't do LSD. Don't do ecstasy. I am the angel sent to warn you people. The world should stop doing drugs. This is the biggest weapons of mass destruction. We must abase this. We must chase it away. We must take it away from our communities. Keep away from drugs. Keep away from drugs. Don't traffic cocaine. Don't traffic heroin. Thou shalt not do drugs. Arrivals. Thank you.
42-year-old Emmanuel Ifeanyi Okonkwo was carrying 28 pellets weighing 711.4 grams of cocaine with a market value of 2,845,600 shillings in his body, while his counterpart, a 53-year-old Remigas Akachuku Agabahia, was carrying 26 pellets weighing 659.4 grams with a market value of 2,637,600 shillings. But what amazed many is how the traffickers carry the drugs to evade arrest. According to the anti-narcotic experts, the drugs are carefully inserted into the trafficker's body through the rectum, and depending on the individual's body, the rectum can carry as many as 60 pellets. We are told that one way of identifying such a person, especially in a plane, is that he or she avoids taking food throughout the journey, since once they eat, the food will cause discomfort, giving them an urge to go to the toilet and hence spill the drugs. As for one Emmanuel Okonkwo, it was things fall apart literally, as he quietly watched all the drugs that came from his body being prepared as evidence to be presented to court.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's how I see myself. I just see myself in this condition, that's all.
Okay. Were you aware of this condition while you were boarding?
No, there is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. I'm just behind bar. I'm watching.